The Frontline with Quick One, only on CTV. The Frontline with Quick One, only on CTV. The Frontline with Quick One, only on CTV. The Frontline with Quick One, only on CTV.
Former Vice President to the country. Meanwhile, the Office of the Special Prosecutor has removed former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta from its list of wanted persons after he confirmed a definite date for his voluntary return to Ghana. Tonight, we go out front on this multiple developing stories making the headlines. I am Kweku Anand, and of course, this is the Frontline live tonight from this very HQ here, the studios of CTV. We're live across dozens of stations, all picking the feed, plus our very own is connecting in Sunyane 88.1 FM, and of course live in Western Region on Tadi 99.1 FM. We're live in London on GOB, also transmitting on modernghana.com and TuneIn, plus www.gobtv.tv, including the Apple Music. We're live on the high super wave on my CTVGH and the Frontline Ghana. My CTVGH and the Frontline Ghana. Please subscribe. The Frontline Ghana. These are the two links you can get this program, the Frontline Ghana and my CTVGH. Please subscribe and become an automatic subscriber so that any program being done here, morning, afternoon, evening, of course, you'll be the first to know. As all times I say, be part of the news making or be part of the breaking news story and be the first to know, because you're what you view and what you listen to. Of course, tonight, plus the interactive segment on the WhatsApp line 020-2973461. I'll be reading your messages tonight. 020-2973461. I'll be reading your messages, and of course, brace yourself tonight. What do we have here? 2 items on the bill. And of course, these are very, very, very serious matters. The former Vice President of this Republic, Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia, a couple of days ago, of course, was in the United States, joined the Harvard Universities. And of course, the University of Harvard celebrated its 27th annual Africa Business Conference. Now, the former Vice President was invited, to come and deliver, address. Now, he did what he has to do, all of that. Then again, at a point within the session, the former Vice President was, it got to a point where we call it the Q&A. The Q&A means what? Questions and answers. The former Vice President was, interrogated over a number of issues regarding the Ghanaian economy, of which he was then the chairman of the economic management team under his era. And of course, the Vice President exited office barely call it 1.5 months, right? Is it not? Yes. So what will become of the former Vice President to join the Harvard group in their 27th annual Africa business conference, and then questions such as, he's been interrogated over the Ghanaian economy and how Ghanaians can walk out of the path of some economic challenges and all of that, including the IMF and all of that. And then the former Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia will not be able to answer questions. How? I don't get it. Now, for example, questions that, some of the questions that were thrown to him were like, what's your elevator pitch to the African diaspora to return to the continent? All these questions. I'm just giving you some of the questions. Now, again, questions like, as a vice president, what were unexpected challenges you faced, navigated the government systems, processes, and working culture to implement desired change? And I tell you what, folks, it will shock you to believe that some of the questions that were pushed to the former Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, he was unable to answer these questions. And so at a point, and you know what, how these people, do their things, they have the questions were being projected. So at a point, when it became clear that he's not able to answer those questions, they have to pull the projector down. And we have managed to capture some of the questions that were put to the Vice President and why the Vice President couldn't answer those questions. Tonight, folks, we have our source on the ground in the United States to walk us through why this happened at the Vice President. Again, at the back of this very trip, also look as though some MPP stalwarts here in Ghana apparently chose that program to, as it were, launched the Vice President into a certain, if you like, a certain light or lamplight, to let it look as though the Vice President can, or it's as if he's now the leader of the party. But if you read the MPP constitution, it says if the party goes into opposition, the party automatically, the chairman of the party is the leader of the party. So something also went on in the United States, as if they have to use that program to relaunch the Vice President to become the leader of the party, something a whole lot of. But tonight, our source in the United States will join the source very soon, anonymous, may I say, but he's our correspondent on the ground and monitor the situation from the Harvard corridors. And then we have all covered, very, very explosive, still on the bill. The special prosecutor, of course, has relieved Ken Ofori-Atta from his wanted list. Why? Because as of yesterday, the special prosecutor has received what? A letter from the corridors of Nanaya Ofori-Atta, and of course has stated the very specific dates he is going to arrive here in Ghana for whatever interrogations and prosecutions and whatnot and whatnot. Therefore, the special prosecutor now finds it describe it as safe haven to allow all of this red alert, wanted man, fugitive, and what have you to drop for now. Folks, tonight, the bill is hot, and my guests who are going to help me to interrogate all of this will be who? Hobson Yalvi Adoye. Hobson Yalvi Adoye is the Director, Special Duties Movement for Change. And then Nana Amankwa, he's a political analyst and also a business mogul in London. These two guests will help me prosecute these very issues on the table. Plus you on the interactive segment on the WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. Folks, call a friend, call a brother, call a sister. Together we sit and talk, and we can make sense of all the issues spanning the bills tonight. Our bill, the bill are two bills we have to prosecute, and then you can understand all that is going on. Folks, let's get started. Here and agree and be mindful that today, 19th of February, mark 1 year. Tonight is 1 year old of the Frontline show. Yes, and then NED, and then they mark it 1 year of this program. So you be mouse some roadmap into the 1 year, if you like, anniversary, or if you like the roadmap and all of that. How the journey began, okay? How the journey began until this day. 1 year, 1 year pen you need 2 years need 1 year pen, and a lot has passed down the bridge, is it not, folks? And I agree. Some of that pronunciation and saying special former vice president Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia we kudi nkomo bi wo Harvard University nkomo kudi emu ohwam san nkomo yi na womo ato ne din say yes the Harvard 27th annual Africa Business Conference. Now Bawumia edi nkomo kwechira drum pempenso bi afi dru se Q&A yebisebisa ne nsem bi ne ade ade ensem na yebisa no afi nsem ni nanzo so fa Ghana ho enye se yebisa na asem bi e fa Afghanistan ho ena enya asem bi a yebisa no e fa Kosomokaya ti asem ni ye ensem na yebisa na emfa Afghanistan ana Kosomokaya ana Ukraine no ni na fa Ghana ho. And of course as a former chairman Emma the economic management team ni yebisa ensem na yebisa no so obehwem no we yi ano no bebre Bawumia ntimi yi sa ensem na no sentia wentimi yi ano anadwe ye bekom de course so e wo Harvard ho ebiom intelligence report nso aye picking nso aye say within the NPP no afi ebinom aye say this program no ekoye call it a relaunch o say deben say anio afi ye bepa Bawumia no so ntama me aye say Bawumia no now is the leader of the NPP party. Meanwhile wo kan NPP for no I fence womo manifestos what is the constitution say dem say party ni kwa about to say na one mu befia the chairman of the party no one anyway the leader of the party te ba ne saying and a branch e America no e take that steps nimne ensmp but we have our source on the ground was also at the four corners of the Harvard University and was also monitoring events after the Harvard program. Of course, we join our source in the United States to give us, all the breakdown and the analysis. Now, as of yesterday, of course, I'm sure we now mati the breaking news story. Special prosecutor Enso Aggo Nahumenim red alert wanted man fugitive deben nano. Or say, Medni Naba from now, the intia is answer. Ayora Ken Nanaya Ofori-Atta. At the crat ebia be to her say. Sakrata a few watch data. Ye bedden or de bagana. And this watch date dear and an see in a train. Monsieur Obeba, into a feed on one or shemrika to noa na ebana ano ding. Ebrikato na no odin na bebia ekono ya hwenia papa panimu we 66 years anhwa na watia for kwaye bim esire bim mipo bim na wa mebio enchine so ye de obedidi ne wanom nti ene yesi eto ye boas na oba Ghana nti si ade as of federal ono ane lawyers no a kire se dase ene wura Ghana yeah who say man no day man day pa o yes Ghana sika no mo de beba folks nti anadwi no ye baba hweni na enti Ofori-Atta finally eba Ghana enti esi etwen the rest of women so a women didi omensika women die sika nam ne ade kwan ben so ne ade wo befa so anadwi ye bedini na ho nkoma me guest Hobson Yalvi Adoye is the director director special duties office Venice movement for change Alan Quadrilateral Maintain Party ohono dini chairman. Hobson will be in the studio. Then our guest in London, Nana Amankwa, or a political analyst and a business mogul, also in London, will join the feed near yesa analysis we now and but we'll be joining our correspondent in the United States shortly. Near Shady Corso, friends Bawumia 27th Harvard program no kwa na munsem ekosi san ne ade folks into an dream mini break crack. So up next but shall also say and then so 1 year pepe time say ya and a program we ye won foforo okay and ne 19th of February and a year 1 year program we ye won foforo so the roadmap the journey began a year today. And we're going to tell you what you need to know, what you need to hear. Our program is so. And Chakra, of course, my executive producer, Yao Yamba, will join me shortly. But until Yao joins me up next, Would be Ghana Speaks Proudly, brought to you by Ora Blaster for as some of Muslim American show. Me no man I could in Sawoso and in the air catcher and say here. See, and find ye what now we say as some no more the yawa ye chase me giants as some who can near there for the reason being that and as some who particularly within the capital, Greater Accra, and when some a yahumete into some many what as I seen a watering man's was no. They be a meka everyday meka chese na no call en hwe sa asase no obi ekosi kaka boto ni bi esi asase no so kaka boto bi esi wo FG sa FG ni hoyo we no wo hwe na wo so hwe omo de bibia kwosha asase ni mu a odi agora ye be pan wonan obi be bo stroke ato so obi be bo yare bi ato because of asase nipa obetimi aye sa pe onya arab ni onye Asian ni Chinese ni and onye European and onye American where black man pe no be kwa to eduro wasase so adwen boni eni adwen fi said obi kan asem no obi to no no se de adwen fi bebu atopa en adwen fi nko a obekwa to eduro wasase so just because of asase ne keke na we obekwa Asia kwato we wo ye nye wo ho Arab ni onye European onye. No, Asasio. It's only black people, these people of color. Ye trimu day will be kum ninia because of assassinato. Assassinato what the atonos no go sit down crabby was so. Say, would you sit down, would you see school, would you see them grandpa and go see she obe kum nipa of one sana. Can you imagine? Mimi tibidaw. The level of our wickedness and evil is beyond that of me, my understanding. Yeah. Kwa kama bisi kwe kuyan wo ha wo me yan wo me wa ha ye wo me ha yitrim odin dodo jaya asase no man so twe na ho twe na wasum nwo enu timi no Ora Blaster for hye ni na akɔwie se yen yi asase ne bebree asase yantam ne aso yen yeso enkrata. Number 3 ye di nsuo water electricity road network ye de kɔ Abiom ye ton asase di amount ne wetua ne kakran nyese wetua ne bumo we are going to give you a payment schedule ne wetua ne kakra the roadmap na every month be wetua bi kakra umpe na opede ani afi ye won asase ne wo baby bebre your office ye Ora Blaster office no ye wo fanko he ya nche me ne wo chena ya wo frɛ Ora Blaster for chief executive Duncan e wo 053 617-6327. Number no screen is 053-617-6327. Obejos wate. Na insasi kwa benya bi wo ho breku kaswa denchra potiano and sawum amasaman to the extent say even baby amaboboy kra won pass as a place of your choice Ora Blaster for benya bi e de amama hwato what ne wokokosi wo pese wo si dream house ubedem and wo pese wo kosi hostels with the school hostels a business maybe it's a business venture and now person who could see cluster of schools na nipa kom university and now say GHS whatever ni na betimi aye e bi crop person who into hospitality industry hotels and now say o person who into real estate ni na e be ma osa akonya no so on nche we say na see a transfer come on nipa boni 70 but winim koji sasa je asase we na fa ye bibia o pese no wasum nyu kyerese obetimi akwa ye bibia o anapa area nadwo without any provocation or land guard sem me na me catch the guarantee is me ukoto asase ni bi woni asemba wo ho abra CTV I am the guarantor for asase no problem bi ani ho what I say anapa area nadwo betimi Sudan ma me asase ma kama boni bi ani ho asase yantam 70 by 100 ehun etwa ye papa take a listen to this.
Hello, welcome. Thank you, Michelle. I'm interested in buying plots of land, seeing your ads online, decided to pass by, come check it out myself. Doing business without seeing real offices these days is kind of really stressful.
What is your budget range?
Spending about 50 to 70,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow, luckily we have a plot of land here going within that range. Actually, at Dentra.
Oh, great. And how's the payment plan?
We have an initial deposit of 20%, outright payments, 3 months payment, 6 months payment, and 9 months payments. With the outright and 3 months, we give you 1 triple stone and 1 triple sand.
Oh, wow, interesting. Sure. And I think I'll go for the 3 months payment. When can I go view the site?
Every Saturday, 10 a.m. is site viewing.
Then I think we are good to go.
That's fine.
That's nice. Thank you. Nice doing business with you.
Nice doing business. Thank you.
Find your dream property with Aura Black Star Limited. Visit us today and let our expert team guide you home.
You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555. Our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
The nations, the whole Ghana, the nation's biggest investigative magazine show. A investigative magazine show. Come on. Now, up next would be politics of today. Now, politics of today begins with the Frontline tonight marking 1 year of broadcasting to the global world, or if you like, the global village. Now, tonight, of course, my executive producer, Yao Yamba, is here in the studio with me, and of course he's going to walk us through how the journey began. And today you are watching the show. Yao. Akogo Yao.
Chief.
Yes, sir. Yao, what is saying?
What are you doing here?
Good. Bibia, ya kama wonderful. Now, Yao has been a friend, a brother, and of course Yao has been part of this program from the beginning. I see a lot, but of course, yeah, and the pillar behind this program. Now, yeah, am I correct to say yes? Tonight began a year and January started as the Frontline show is marking its 1 year anniversary. Correct?
Thank you very much.
Great. So walk us through how the journey began.
So in terms of preparations, preparations began over a year ago. But on the 19th of February 2024, that was when we had our maiden edition. So you are correct to say that the program is our year old today. So the whole program came about when we decided to start this program. It was after COVID-19, and the whole idea of Frontline came to bear, where our medical doctors and the nurses and everybody was at the front line of the fight against COVID-19. So the name, we got that inspiration from there. And the whole idea about the front line is that we are pace setters in terms of whatever we do. And apart from being pace setters, we are also the mouthpiece of the people of Ghana. Yeah. Whatever people are unable to say, the Frontline show will take up that challenge, then speak on behalf of the people of Ghana. And since February 2024, we've been on that journey, and this is how far the Lord has brought us.
I see. Now, yeah, walk us through the Frontline. As you've said, of course, the title of the show, if you like, was carved out of this pandemic way that went out there, or was out there. Now, why your show? Your show can be described that of, say, an investigative magazine show. What makes it so, if you'd expand that?
Okay, thank you very much. So, the host of the show is an investigative journalist. He's a renowned investigative journalist. And over the years, the host has been engaging in different forms of investigations. Investigation that covers social issues, political issues, and what have you. So, when we started this show, we decided to incorporate the investigations that have been done over the years into the show.
Okay.
So, in line with or in collaboration with the private firm, the Hawk Investigation PI.
Okay.
We run this show.
Oh, okay.
So whatever the Hawk Investigation PI does as an investigation agency, they feed those into the front line.
Oh, okay.
So we pick that up wherever they conclude. When the investigative team are done with their work, then the front line comes in.
I see.
Then we air it to the public for people to see the rot and whatever challenges we are facing as a society.
I see.
And possible recommendation as to how to correct those challenges. So that is the whole idea behind it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Obi, I drop a question, say, yes, this is a show, or Tasha, oftentimes, no, what this show does primarily is we do more exposés, report, classified report, intelligence reports, and oftentimes on time, who say, we panel, yeah, the guest by a studio, now, rather exposing deep stuff. Why do we do that? Oh, do you have an answer for Sani panel?
So the Frontline show is a fact-finding show.
Oh, okay.
We find the facts.
Yeah.
We bring them to bear, and then people make news out of it.
Yeah.
So that is why we find most issues relating to exposés and intercepted documents and other things.
Yeah.
So we are a fact-finding show.
Okay.
So we go to the grounds, gather the facts, then people will make stories out of it. So that is the reason why it's always like that. And we mostly don't bring guests. Once in a while, we'll bring a guest, especially when it has to do with trending issues. Which is mostly our segment, the Ghana Speaks.
Okay, yeah, Ghana's, okay.
Yeah. Because those ones, we deal with trending issues, topics that are or videos or images that are in the society that people are talking about. We take them and bring them on our show.
And into our friend Ghana Speaks, no?
Ghana Speaks. Ghanaians are speaking. They are speaking through the
Good one. Yes, folks. The Yao Air Canina and Sapepepe and of course it's in line with the very core values of this program way and how hotbed you think the show is. That's exactly what Yao is saying. So now you need brebe sa and Yao beko and you may be premua. It's really exciting. But I think we've put up a small footage here. We need to let you watch this footage, and of course these visuals we would tell you how the Frontline show began. So now it's so interesting enough to see adebia no sometimes na yewo eho ahyensude as ya okan no Kweku, I have been an investigative journalist from years and years. I've worked with newspapers, I've worked with newspapers, I've worked with radio, I've worked with television. Then at a point I have to go underground for years. And then I surfaced again. And now, nipa o breaky sa me cover up, or breaky the cover up for me to veil my face, and nipa no wanyam from so kra. Beti man say and then so abo me say no, Kweku, bring your face and come and do it for Ghanaians to know say you are the one behind this. And that's my own brother Kennedy Kwame Akompreku in Japan. And so my investigative program on television began at Netu TV. Elsewhere on another television, namenye investigative programs. It was all current affairs and socio-political issues. So no, and in any diverse way, bia oya wedie edia boama on my pijano. Ya na masem ne say yenie. Bia na we banker, bia na we truck pusher, bia na we mason utiti mortar the year down. That ku ye twem say ne nipa na ehwe sa dan we na waka atwem say me na me ye mortar, me de mortar e year dan say e yenumnyam hye. Ye na na ese kwatra office so all of us we must find a way where we can become the change we wish to see. Folks, how the journey began this very day. Take a listen to this. Version. Religious leaders, Muslim version, but as I say, Ghana speaks up next. But before that, let me put out some very important information out there. The attention of the Frontline show has been drawn to some reactions currently ongoing about our maiden edition on Monday. Yeah. Say, Assembia, your maiden edition Monday, yeah, and there may be pressure be at the real one. A month will be in your pressure. Now, my name is India, so Munya ho pressure. But maybe trim this way. Munya Debea at the Tateno, Namisume Jamude, when. Semu jai at the Tatenwa. Kwekwanan me jai, I am whiny. But my main point in it clear. I am not an antichrist, and I cannot, will not, and may not be an antichrist. Who bet me to me antichrist? I don't give a damn. A Christopher, nya trumfo bunch of hypocrites and thieves. Indeed, it is obvious. When poverty sets in, we lose our moral values, dignity, and what? Respect. If so, they are jidin baby being about the fact is and or the digital me tikra kwaku me bokure yafro say any sad the way and a digitalization and I'm so come on, stop these crooks jokes. Some funky car. Let me tell you, politics are bonini sumo munti. Yanka at the papa and feni pan hoda. Meanwhile, the man as well untiminye. Skadie ni medi ngwa. Namon to top Maybachs. Land Cruisers are kasia driving pa sitting nana kwa blanket here of a Escado car. So when you wake up and you see the very stupid people driving with sirens and making noise, you make it look as if they see a baby sumo. Sati se sebi. Nyansa niho, and you want us to respect you. Should be a gun and the country is moving too fast with the speed of beam light, going to hit a ditch. The oxygen we may need to survive is just a little. How many will survive? About 90% of our politicians are rats, and ragamuffins. The minimum eating with their 10 hands into their mouth. Yes. Munsa duwe mudididi keke bone ashamuma munom bone mudi bone mudware bone mu sori bone mu mutimu odin papa mu pese o men japade na abedi mu. All of them must go to jail. I'm telling you, we are kromfo. You are a bunch of rocks. You are turning Ghana into a rock state. E japade mu de kwa he mu sana mu fata ami yimi watch kranto enibra bawo. We are cromfo, mu crono cry nyafe. Bunch of armed robbers. And a muguha, what? We are mamoya for too much. But the day of reckoning is staring at you guys. No matter what, you account for all this rubbish. Maya Wagana. Say anunti NNS from Pomina to Mudin some fun, kikan some fun. A cromfo, criminals, rocks, ragamuffins, and rascals. Muni any blueprint be a guided Ghana. Ghanaians, look at me. Monvesti anemame. A joke. Reverend Lawrence Tete. Yetwen. Na mo de moti ha. Madam ho akronfo, ehwifo, enabrabafo, wono kani Ofori-Atta bema wei. O de and I dream in I ain't through with him yet. I ain't through with this guy, man. I ain't through with you yet, man. National Security Chiefs, please wake up. Mr. John Dramani Mahama, do not let any goddamn sit there and tell you say no, and against human rights. Let's wake up. We need to wake up. Get all of them arrested. Bunch of thieves. Folks, so this is the guy called Kweku Annan. Right, a year ago. So my production team decided to cut the pieces together, fused it, and then let you, the Ghanaian, the viewers, take a bite of what has respite your television screens all these years. All right? Now, what you just watched obviously then depicts that this guy ain't changed, all right? This guy ain't changing. Kwekuanan ain't changing. The status quo is as what it is. That being Monday, akwabi bejina link or bejina me you know so. Na no can say me heni din am say look at this. Onye human being say it's. Na ono de me beto to nipa bi hu say me style na sa nkrofo na me say akwa yare na yare na. Unim time yesi mu. Obi o ma me kan never the first time crow or show we. Why must everybody know Kwekuanan all through? No. It can be. But then the question maybe is on is there would the away at the moment and any me media no. My job is to speak truth to power and let the movers and the shakers of this country act in accordance with the principles and the values under the direct principles of state policy must be seen to be doing and must be seen to be manifestly doing things right. Did you hear that? This is me medjuma me medjuma na oba na wonti ase na obedi di atem na says me to me kodi di bank manager na atem na says no me die mu nie nti me betena ha na me ye medjuma wadwen o say aha This show na for fun. Oh. No, I'm sorry. This program is not for the weak. It's not for the weak or for the weary. This program, no. The three cardinals of journalism, as we call it, to seek to what? Entertain and to what and all those whatever. I hardly do entertainment. I'm sure many of you know. A serious business, pa. So, 1 year ago, and there would have been a lot of enyoma near the beshi shemwene. Ma 1 year nedimu now, so we are pressed with a lot of enyoma, but yabo nyankopon pa say ibia afra say no ye be 2 years anniversary maybe in a grand star we ni beche dia meka kire one say wo domi a na wo pema samwa take me away o bompaye ma sa television station with CTV and the CMG say onyankopon ye yadom na yentumi nya nneoma yenya ahome na bompaye ni bisuma yen so ene ye crew say a brano be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You be nya honden near the abaye dwumana. I show you kupuni because any easy sir. I'm telling you this. Any easy. So me better with the energy no to be able to push her. Must say any easy sir. To be able to go around and cover report, intelligence report near there. Baby ye will run a be a won't mean raho. And ya me ma honden. No. And what any kasa na media o ayo nyankopon ene menya sa ahonde ni free no depending this time say sa ahonde ne be koso maybe your prayers would help us to come and do the program to ensure say Ghana impeding for besisa right folks until wait me the WhatsApp message aba tonight 0202973461 ye be kinkani na ede amama nyoma adede na kom now me dofu bisu here program papa and of course you are under the weather yes a man for the congratulate or more congratulate and many ade yeah the masimo amode congrats all those of you watching Theo you are watching the show yes many of you and of course me dofu bi share program papa I Hajia Aisha Hassana of course we a business woman, big one pa ewo Nima Enclave more. And of course, your place of stay air dance man. You're watching the program. Share ne program we anniversary and then I command healing into your body, all right? Ne heal yourself. Yes. Hajia Aisha Hassan, of course, a businesswoman. Nima Enclave and also lives at dance when you're watching the program. Gets well quickly from your sick bed. Now, folks, I feel you continue the politics of today and tonight. The chairman of Zira Group of Companies, Alhaji Seidu Agongo, continue his narrative, reasons now behind why he opened the Heritage Bank. The whole of wiki, Mabomi Group chairman interviews on other stations. I'm glad to say one beshe interview na sewa and waka say no on any boss now position. There's other media houses need take it up. Then I'll be the last person to now go and get the bigger bites. Now me bro. So gauge the space. Exclusive interview coming up with Alhaji Seidu Agongo, the group chairman Emma Zira Group of Companies and CMG Group of Companies. Yeah, very explosive interview. See at the court for almost 8 years and not assembly court no. A dear pa na na share ansem nim ubetini na full interview exclusive coming folks tonight. He's giving reasons why Ubiesa Heritage Bank or discussing the capital and $60 million and Ken Nanaya Ofori-Atta shut a bank down. Take a listen to him.
It's a at a particular age. So prepare say one day no be do be uni ho. Now ni ho I bet anything akoso. Tina me pe corporate institution. As the menya board. Woni me die. No to be crap. Amana akoso. It me twene ho na bank be sim because Stand Chart banker over 100 years. Oma mo sha sim crowd no be mo bank no ho. Barclays the same thing. And already tobacco. Idea biana idea biana generational thinking biano. A shall see feed tobacco. Kwame Nkrumah Oshe Bible ma Jesus Christ ana Oshe Quran ma Muhammad ana a shall see feed tobacco. O promotu na be gina amanfo aso na afi okokra na se oni wa pastors for so did you no preach omu kan se pa Muslims so omu preach sanity me dwinu say let me start a bank me share bank ase because the basis of every economy who call Singapore in a financial institution financial institution is very very strong and very competitive. And you know, I call bank. Now me dream say be a bank now. It will best stay for 150 years to 200 years. That time na me know na call. Afofro and a benefit. And I see the papa ni here. Obe dua on tenase. Oba betenase la. That's the papa. Enti sa na me ni so ade ehun ya me. Jama be Heritage Bank. Me be no international standard. Sham workers here. Everything was prim and proper. I can't remember what I said. That is the board members, my father, Dr. Kosibuchi. No, a board chair. Or the longest serving finance minister. And now, Osha, we didn't who knew as I see so much. All fan home for human being any. Before one, a shabo. The background a fish or a receiver. No, a former governor of Bank of Ghana. Or no, so. No, a board member. Before Benson. Or we now, many of we not tenacity. And my bitch there, when you saw you. And the bank the shops, and the new prana. Maybe be rightful.
Great. One the reasons behind Saint or establish a Heritage Bank and any pay more. She board members are no more. The late Kwesibo Nominade. These are big guys. New financing mupaye. So, Ken Ofori-Atta go bank no. $60 million. What the bank Ghana is coming and saying? Bro, even the Bank of Ghana threshold no crap. Yeah. 60 million, no me say a bro Bank of Ghana threshold now. You need say so where then what they ABA way you know. A bro. Ken Ofori-Atta si megunu ampansu oguno. Oh, this mighty tree now osi no ediesi o ma abeye edidida amebusuana nipa ba kope baya osi migunu ogu UT Bank ogu Heritage Bank Capital Bank Edien Bank one babe say last movie bebre now show Ken Ofori-Atta has been relieved from the list of wanted persons. However, he continued to express misgivings. I feel the ye free wanted list so. Ken Ofori-Atta da su jina bonti so ye dion wakasa and war tutu nyum binim ni ade ade ontin se miase. E de no wonti ase. Oti ase so a enye. Listen to him. very. You want to use that word? Me uses our word no. Okay. Kweku Dawn or say, good evening, bro. I am glad to see you always shining like the star and exposing all the truths hidden behind the corridors of power. John Ken, or see, 1 year of the Frontline program is progression, whilst 8 years of the NPP government is retrogression. Okay, or say Kwame Jr., or say, despite Alan Tramantini in 2028, good evening, Brakweku Anan. All right, hey, Mamina, Minia Bain, so I say, Betha, is it Class FM or Accra FM? Betha, you are the sales. We're client service, Betha, client service. Betha, thank you very much for the message you sent to me, and we appreciate it a lot. Yes. And that's it for now, folks. Efan Yedri, Yemra, former Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, together with some NPP officials, made the way to Harvard University to deliver address on the 27th Annual Africa Business Conference. Our source in the United States has revealed that the former Vice President, Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, was embarrassed due to his inability to answer some questions thrown at him relative to the economic situation in Ghana during his tenure in office. Chese, and some no ye de ma, ye de to ma Vice President no. Say oyiyi bia no. Ya gada bebre ewa hase na mentia se sentia Vice President entimi yi nsem ni bi ano. I don't know. For example, in 70 bi by say meanwhile under your tenure Ghana regressed economically. When will we and how can we hold leaders like you accountable? I don't know about me entimi yi sa asem se ano. Ebi so ne say o say HBC can't be serious for inviting someone who messed up Ghana's economy. Or say, are all these misplaced priorities? Inflation skyrocketed during your tenure. Exchange rates was weak and there was a mass exodus of youth to Western countries. Or say, how do you plan to free our people when you are in fact the oppressor? Question mark. During your tenure, there was a severe lack of trust in government by the youth. In hindsight, what do you think could have been done to avoid this? Also, within the short to medium term, what does an Africa without foreign aid support look like, and how does it survive? While digital expansion is importantly, so is digital literacy. How did you train citizens to utilize this new landscape? What's your elevator pitch to the African diaspora to return to the continent? As a Vice President, what were expected challenges you faced navigating the government systems, processes, and working culture to implement desired change? And it goes on and on and on. But Mami for the intro, how our Vice President, former Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, together with the NPP entire team, Ewa Harvard. Will take a lesson. Watch this carefully.
I'm gonna get it on the flow. You really about to do it? 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music. You really about to do it? Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. They get on it like that. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like. Must have on a beat, bro. Deep, bro. He a freak though, man. Acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music. The cultural divide. I'ma get it on the flow. You really about to do it? 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music. You really about to do it? Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. They get on it like that. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like. I said, hold on, what's up with these people, yo? Oh, trying to see Compton. I mean, too many options. Doctor. What? Don't end the back of the God. Just need to pop out and show. So the up the slow. But down the whole time, the way you got some hoe. The pro.
No. How would you go? From Pakistan?
And then, first year.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, small world.
Very small.
So the Ghanaian community is very excited.
Happy to be.
Yeah. Because I think we need more Ghanaians at Harvard. I'm working on that.
Hello.
Can you take this when we take the view?
Why not?
Hello.
Okay, thank you so much.
Great, folks. Welcome back. And of course, this is the Frontline. I am Kweku Annan. Now, my your source in the United States, Indian Como, normal some grand perspectives. How a year ma Baumia Kuku PMO Harvard one said the program is going now. For want of keeping our source tight, I'm going to name him Yao. And Yao is in the United States and, of course, monitored everything within the four walls of the Harvard University. Yao, Memoajo.
Yeah,
great. And your matter is saying? Wonderful. Great. I so dear, and cancer about me and one Pemso Sabri or Hase, Bonini Aquim. Now, you monitored this development at the four walls of the Harvard University in Nasefo. And now, Obe PMO now, Yensa, it says we've picked a lot of questions, Bibria. For me, it comes to me as quite shocked though. Say, former Vice President, Intimi, and Yisa Ansem Nano, then at the university, Umu Puli project on the down, say, Umu Pesa Ubia, Ebehu the air course, and I don't know. Give us a sense of this whole program, course, or Harvard University, or that 27th annual program.
Kwagu na me na wase na me tiefo ne ahefo na anyime ewo Ghana ne ewiase afana na me tan wo shemo happy anniversary for
good. Yes,
I think mudi juma ma Ghana mai na kwaku ya wa na enya enentie say your former vice president abaye twam ye na the Harvard a program bi o hyeso a o ba be kasa
good
na no ni whether say na a invitation from the school and I say obi na front the ema or no, because most of the time we are not eating sir yo enkofo bi o ha madi bi ta what make front ema na waba abekasa. In fact, you might be, I'm saying, information it will be in your and say, now, yeah, Bono, don't come in, platforms be.
Our Ghana has a. I see.
Well, over so corner. You plain, think about.
I see.
Hotel, so you bet you. and then the meals plus the DM. What that's here. And Nipando do one you money more. If you need so more free Ghana buy. For money and you are mobile to cut and our money buy.
Really?
And a hotel on the diet, so yes. That hotel, no, and your man of them get here. And yes, I'm a movie. That's how they share one more. Able to wear saucer.
I see.
Now, you might be away, no. Now, your person, you visa, yeah, I was there. A real, no, you fly a bit. And a floating around there.
Yeah.
MPP USA for endorse it.
Exactly.
Opening the next candidature. It's a whole time. Now, you may be away a beer sufficient, your mind.
Yeah.
What you are here. Sir, your former vice president, you know, of Frontline, son of Bell, being the opportunity, you know, the Baba Casa was that elite school way. Ama Sa and Crawford says that statement, not about one, you know, it's true because as of now, no. MVP US in team out and the car say a yellow crayon answer and yellow crayon. If you're funny, say a yellow crayon, to send you a woman. It's not ye bisa say, Sir, Timopono Nana or Mutimu, a dinner ma or Fronty bar, say you my dear way by Jesus and you got you win. And now say a dear Bentia.
Now,
teacher.
Okay.
Prefer. Yeah, you need say, sir, speech is winning. A big course before 2015. Now, and before say agronomy. Yeah, they a share one son of ecosystem. What does here? Anti no, anti a big course. The media and one that I saw my young year, a coffee ya, a deal yene, a bar a my party, a crowd be any more co opposition. I can who ye know, I can be an anchor, over coins like the nation. What does here?
Yes.
80 some young person, young before checks, me say, almost. Mbisa Obibia or MPP US about that endorsement to it. If you name Koya a first way master endorsement to it. Ebeda Abontin. Na Kwaku.
Na meba ya meba it's wo hwa sa program we nipa dodo e ko ni na no. Ye betu aka say former vice president and a bomb hoka and obi etua there. Which one should we know?
Sir, sana no the name because platforms be and penitentiary Google so yeah the so say na erbaso.
I see.
It you are opesa okono Saudi bra na you be wo plane ticket asaso as he care of hotel accommodation plus you better cross amount per diem as I account. Hey, hello dear. Me and Gasma confirm me.
Really?
Papa.
Now, is there a suspicion that our program now, so I said, when we use that platform no, to try to relaunch Baumia as a comeback or a face, to give a facelift of the continuity to still be seen to be a leader of the MPP? Do you have that suspicion? As Nyama Echo or America?
I
see.
We will say General Secretary, Youth Organizer, you know, the chair. What does here?
Yeah.
As an opinion, and you're the leader of the party now. It is a human say or as a private man or war party.
Exactly.
The fear no 17 and the leader of the party. And dear, didn't say that's concurrent war the tertiary, the various tertiary institutions that are Ghana. Meaning that all Africa perform. Ethical Sanka, youth organizer, any general secretary. You almost say, my sense of quote. I didn't near my until Omoko Abidina Oemu. As some common in Ghana. Rejuvenated party address. But Momo no. Play what's not. That any kakra ni be nya se omo no botom ntino. I see. Any more mudi say adwuma di o echi. E de ba re.
It all say wo share screen is here. Sad the way no me be to so say your leadership is needed now more than ever. NPP USA to Baumia. No USA for na branch na kasa say na understanding of this na saying what do you make of it?
The source was that statement we want to say. Omo obi amanye. The many nipa bebrekwa e na akata.
Yeah.
Aya consult obi a na FPP US na ngata no so no. Nipa omo do so yipa.
I see.
Eti bi so omo say ehifo wo ja tie. Omo fa name e me attach sa statement no. Say ama ya kwaku. Woman almost see your leadership is needed now than ever. Say, yeah, more the entire MPP US for Amania. And the entire MPP US, you know, and no money now no supporting of the new. A more check.
Wow.
A bit more on interest our other periphobia, Abia, or my year or Martin say, Akoya Badawa, almost never. Abe you muchi abe campaign abe select party for say womonto
and consider my
it is our statement no as it stands now a fake statement.
I see, but quick one before I let you go. Your questions be brehonso and also no it does appear say the former vice president entimi enyini na no ewo Harvard school honum and also ebane say no mu police down. Your friend is saying project and questions give us that understanding.
Well, information if you can say now at the end of the role it was screen so and then say me say what do you about to screen this from my for which means the M7
yeah questions even here the good screen yeah
if he say na kebeya
hi
Nanka and some way Emma on team Yamamudu screen no.
Really?
Nipa Masa instructions no. What does here?
Yeah.
And Nanka, yes, also I expect to say and company a Facebook page kwano. Na come the live in the Bible to I'm out for Ghana former vice a year. On never do elite school be Harvard. Janka over the board no a lecture on ama a school for no exhibitor no and some Bagaku the me met me I just want to say Harvard for all more and disappointing
yeah
they don't disappoint next time the way Kokodima will be there what you say they won't film any dua
Good. Yeah, you do see I say now you himself monitors our development and other issues are definitely I know so you bet me no touch base on in the very coming events. See, you better ask pass or last word be would be group no so now they are to so am I.
Oh my last word me say me the same two party and penny for Mudi a children and for fair. Woman do my dear no. Who does your Omoma a haunted?
Yeah.
How does here?
Yeah.
More money you now a foot to a message my general secretary youth organizer and say if you a party no exercise no I'm there at the pan what does here? You expect you almost say omunko famo no mo ankoye adwuma no mo nya se o man sheshe sa coat brown no ene sa ta wo na o mo na eji ti obuko mu no ene sika o mbeje go botom no wo mo nya no mo nkofo no mo ankoye adwuma adwuma no so mo fi se o mo ntimi nya o mo fo mo na de enwu fom.
Good. Yeah, you better was papa. Great, you better was papa na obra peninsu hopes in your via doye. Our studio has say into Obertenenka, Papa. Aye. I'm in jail quick. Oh, you. I'm in jail quick. Aye. Good.
Yeah, Mejozo. Are you getting there?
I go now from Atiazi.
Are you getting the exclusive reserve for my wife who better to be from his house?
Anyway, you're free. You know.
No other Antonia Kawana.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, that's my point. Monitor the rest of the event. Now, you better get it back to you in due course. Yeah, that's super great, folks. Yes, former Vice President Alhaji Mahamadou Bawumia, the program of Koye United States. Now, we don't know, sir. Party air tries on may be through the back door. It be removed programming. For me, primarily, what is quite disturbed to me is I didn't know quite American win to me and answer questions we economic of Ghana between one because ni na ye nyoma na former vice president na or chair animal folks. Maybe a short break. Me by my guest in the studio, Hobson Yalvi Adoye, Director, Special Duties Movement for Change this year. And then we join on the line, Nana Mankwa is a political analyst in London. Nia Beshe. Now, the Special Prosecutor Kisi Jaben will lower we know. Reason behind it, she said, Sisi Anedie, Ken Nana ya Ofori-Atta, onwa de krataba actually say, Tam say, and Waba Ghana. Should this serve as a, if you like, you can say an excuse duty for him, and answer and the rest of one super mudani free crewman, then say, maybe a short break me by a barber answer. But like I said in the meantime, me dofu be share program now on Tiapo crack or ardent viewer of this show, Hajia Aisha Hassana, a business woman. Nima, and of course, lives at Danceman. Yes, a Hajia Aisha Hassana, we are ardent viewer. Papa my program, and of course, you're also celebrating with us in this very 1 year anniversary. But what Tiapa, I wasn't you walk into the studios of CTV, unfortunately. But I say, get well soon and get well quickly, right? And then you join all the fun. Folks, my make a short break me back. The Frontline, Ghana Speaks Extension, takes off. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Ghana Speaks Extension, and of course in this edition we zero down to the breaking news story. The special prosecutor has removed the former finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta from the list of wanted persons pending Ofori-Atta's dates of arrival. Chese baby edruno ehu papa chese sisi ade ye train Ken Ofori-Atta say obeba. Question remain into obeba ana omba ayen sempi. Tonight, two people, my guests, are going to do justice to this. Of course, in the studio, Hopes in Yalvi Adoe, Ewa Hase, Hopes in Beshe Adenasena. Minim how say Hopes in believe in this. In the month of Messiah, was saying it was February, so March, April, May, just 3 months to go. Should we bang our hopes, ampa young because Ocean Yama, ye raise Amma Papaya, hey, first, ye man wanted, 2, fugitive, 3, red alert, and or through Costro. Hobson is a security person. So, from all the security standpoint, again, Nana Mankwa is also a business, kind of mogul, and of course also a political analyst. Nana Mankwa is also deals with some intelligence stuff in London. Eti Wamumi should be able to tell us, say, special prosecutor now, of course, should stay within the bar or should avoid. What this will serve for others are. Womonso ready so mbe so mudwane every Ghana no kra no. Send away never serve. First, my menkwa homane sana me na amankwa. Ensha say amankwa, good evening.
Hello.
Great. Nana amankwa, what's the name?
I'm a Tunka.
Great one. Now, I'm sure so you are monitoring the situation 24/7 as far as the issues to do with Ken Ofori-Atta and the special prosecutor is concerned. So far, the breaking news within the 24 hours, just special prosecutor dropping all the issues of red alert and then wanted fugitive pending there. The man, Ken Ofori-Atta's lawyers have written a letter, or if you like, the Ken Ofori-Atta himself had a letter in the month of May, Oba. Would this convince you, if you are the special prosecutor, to say yes, I'm banking my hope on this, and then pending, say, the guy would land in the events at the soil of Ghana? Amankwa, take it up from there.
Michelle, listeners. Now, or see about me.
Yeah.
I mean, from my point of view, May is not that far. If your pressure not die down, because these politicians, as soon as they have to account to the people, they always claim they're sick. But when they time almost sign contracts, this kind of those days they were never sick. But you can get sick when you lose power. I'm telling you, you can get sick when you lose power. Because just imagine having that level of power to do things. Now all of a sudden that power is gone. You can also get sick. It's a shock to the system. But for me, the special prosecutor, it's a master stroke. For those who intend to, meaning so by accident or by design.
I see.
He's probably a very clever man, so he did it by design. Let's take it from that angle.
I see.
Those who want to run away from accountability, or those who have left in thinking that they can run away from accountability, he can slap that a wanted list on them, Interpol. They cannot go to any airport. And I'm saying so Donald Trump in the Western world, So a military regime, and these people might be claiming asylum, but it's not a military regime. It's a democratically elected government. It is a so those who have run away and those who are thinking of running away, they should not do it because a master stroke. I said, this is the sample. If I want to talk to you and you want to run away, this is what I'll do to you. So it's a very nice sample I was set at all. And I think Sozu Obeba may then you come and do audited accounts.
Great. Quick
and
one.
Ghana law also no.
Yeah.
Quick one. My name is
Okay, finish up.
Causing financial loss to the state. We have laws, but it's just that nobody implements it. And the Opano be accountable to the new government. Now so everything is okay. Then it goes scot-free. But they are not happy with, say, for example, Kweku. Security 10 routes. Near they are 1 road. Then it means you cause financial loss to the state, and you have to pay the punishment and the price for it.
Yeah. Great. Now, I'm going to be so quick before then I come to Hobson. From your spectacles, as you are monitoring events in London, I know, say, we're keeping an eye on the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Wuntumi. Is he still in London? And I say he's back in town.
Oh, Ghana. Oh, Chairman of Ghana.
I see. Good one.
Oh, Ghana. Oh, back Ghana. 1 week ago.
Oh, okay.
Nobody can run. Your year with Ken can be applied to everybody.
That's correct.
At that top of no a second in command, almost finance minister.
Yeah.
And if the special prosecutor can do this to him, then what about you, the lower officers, lower ministers and our junior, So it means that there's no point running away because it will amount to nothing. Because the Interpol too, super, you will come back. And there's no point running away. What I'm advising them is to stay in Ghana, go to audited accounts, make sure that the account is okay, and then they'll go free. But if the account is not okay, then they will suffer the consequences and the punishment for it. God. I'm not here to defend Obi Ogudi Ghana. It doesn't matter whether you are my brother or my sister.
Yeah.
If you've gone and spent public money wisely or stolen public money or caused financial loss to the state there, whether you're MPP or NDC, you should face the punishment. And I think, in my opinion, I think this government is not going to do a cosmetic work like the way they've been doing it before. Pay me, I pay you and all that. I don't think so. I think they are going to do the job. So let the special prosecutor do his job.
Great. I'm going to hold it there for me. Now, baby Adrian, the area breaking news in the bay, you picked a signal straight up as a security officer. Looking at, say, Papa is here, the month of May. November. So because about 3 months to go. Who GD was a call we letter we.
Why not? GD there as a senior. Na edruso na se okasa woma se ehun consequences nso wo hono. Ne Emma ede na ma red alert by. Wa cholete was be too kwan. Indefinitely. Say oha na temuda ba oma. So on ede no. Se sanity there and one of the ways you bet me do waba. Ghana ni bia ntu kwan ko ho. And this ever declare wanted. Ye do what to red alert. Ye nya de to red alert. Last year said na me kan Monday no. Say once you declare no on the red alert no. There is no way I will bet my back on any international travel. Who US now gas a fro a yako UK ya becho. Oko France ya becho. O free US ako Guyana ya becho. Just at the moment I'll be attempt. You just scan your passport to pay it will pop up say ako is on the red alert. Immediate rombe signal security for. Na oma be show akwa oma ba be so ma kwa kwehye baby. Ahankofo. Na fe omone Ghana authorities aiden. Akasa. Na obo angasa nim. Chese tumia edisa alert na chi. Eti no man no. Ade one da ben enye enreji ya.
Enreji ya.
Afi ade ya.
So within 24 hours.
We actually say me. Say do am yan hu say obeba me. First day na go say atem da baba kra na ono no ebia na o mai. Say de o say on twan atem da. Eye me ya oba. And then 19 February, right? Akabaya just say about 9 days. Na February, near March, April. May, you just start first May. Any moment from first May, no. Obeba. Now, ba that fe special prosecutors so, and Eddie at Chinchezo. But what do you say? Special prosecutor office hono. What do I see why you are under arrest? Oh yeah. Unya
kisi your office.
Unya ura wa ye ka get to we say pa.
Gam.
Ye nkra wa wonti nko. O de ye wadwere say o de wo kwa kwasra obi wo keke. De padan kan che say bra. De bra besra me. Ne kwasra no wa wuram ya ka get na to mu akọ waba. Udru get na no ha ye nkra o be gina kwasa je say nipa okọ no ho no. What manya na ma na akra wo gate anza. So why nyana you will be there. Echi Obana so ura hon so a eno so ho aduama ye different yi all together.
So mu da bi sa.
So dey no. Eti we did here wa ma ya hu say me basabre. Special prosecutor say yes. So wa be ya hu say so ba basabre dia ade me yi wudin afri wanted list no so. Na tab no so a ye behwe wadim. Eti say me etwam na sa wa ma. Oh, pen paper. Yeah, or throw ye say and taking 5 minutes. Or beside your tomb.
Yeah.
Get declared wanted. I saw it on CNN.
Oh, really?
CNN for can watch him.
Hey, then
I listened to it on BBC.
Yeah.
Any other. So, what you say? I know the more Eddie Americano. Eh? Sir, I let ya or issue ye. And yet. Tese Ghana media nkwa na eka ho asem. CNN eka, BBC ka. So it should tell you say other you know so
international wires.
Omo so beka ho asem. Eti wan kasa wonam ho no mo a, wo bon se da bi. Ya de me ntia bon so me nyare. So de tie no. Sa pepepe na ho be yo. Hwe sa di we ya asi. Ono an de pen na ba ne sa, damage no completely.
Very
beyond repairs.
Yeah.
Say why pa international community ben and I say international organization ben na obetimi na business. Emfa. Because you do din too I say is that not that man? The most corrupt person and that internet no so. Eti eba be damage you just like that. Anka sade we nka obetimi avoid it. Say me hwehwe wo say me ba. Oka omo alayes no chro say oh ubeba me letter na the call say wa travel indefinitely no ana nko mo chro say oh wa tukwan no obeba me a nka red alert ma can the crowd fugitive any ade so na dey no it is how chro say that say okoko chro or the crowd fugitive na oka say mo de nam ha say mo ntiase a na je say munim ne mo pa kire me tukwan me nim da meba now say dey man in the crowd fugitive onya dey.
Oh, kosan ho yare abantia.
Fugitive say obi a waje bam, obi a wade no ho aka nwura. Ana me bwa. Sa eti brani enhwe, o mpese mra ni ubedi ntino, oti long ukọ. Eti sa ukọ dia, ana ese se o ma manfo nso hu se wadwane.
Hey.
So,
yeah.
Hwe sa samu ya ye ka nyina no. Ni nyina ne say, look, ena nana me ye ayi kakra. When him say SM, omutia about 1.3 billion. And the maumo. 1.3 billion.
Just as money is gone out of this country.
Sika GRA no mo ewo hodumo mo beye. En ho adwuma no. You see oh we move for money nko tete ho mo assurance say sika be basro ni ade. Eh sika be basro.
To no mo hwe tete ho.
What's the 1.3 billion? Akwakomo just like that. Anka no betima ye bibia magana. What you said then? My young Kahwasem.
And Nina was under the supervision of Ken Ofori-Atta.
Now why? Why? GRA fortune, I say.
Yeah.
Bank of Ghana fortune, I say. All the financial institutions more reported to the finance ministry. And the minister don't know here go hodum. What don't the bet my gas a winko, my winko, and in the Kaika. No, why yes, I'm your way in area. What's it there? My future wins him. Hey, Nandia Yakoyana see by last Monday na meka. Yet you want to go already, you can't say a budget. That they or can be referee quotation, never meet more.
Bible quotation.
Bible quotation, what kind a budget? Already and say, there's a bebano, and Yadeketwa. Yeah, Baba, yeah, Juma, day, yeah, 58 million. I referee budget room. And yeah, then they who by parliament bebe approval afi who to top apaso up to now won't me account for 58 million no ananke de aye amema pillars so aye bibia kamakra na yenwie ya nka Ghana for benya rehye mu se oh yaye na ukokotu samna we na nsuo tamu nkola na mho no wanhwe no obi kokoto mu gra wasaba bewu amana ba be ye why just said we had to what say the woman answer questions Won't me man answer questions.
Great. Yeah.
Maybe last one. What you? One we say me ya can't say sir national service you know.
Yeah.
Me offer CB wo muntia na ne kan ya meeting. Nanka benda mitie na na bi na me say
Yeah, Nana B was talking, right? That issue is we change different approaches.
Na NDC for nangaza ada na mbesa mo kire se boye week sa.
Who am say o my very weak
Nka obenya hwanya ma akosui. Wufsa nya no kasa sa. Ana bi mu na ye wadi tina sika no he.
Including on Nana B.
Sade no. Hwe some officials in our banks. I saw mu trace or mu prosecutor.
Banks or
me na me kajiro.
I see.
Sa sika di gina call bank. Why the koko ye free bank go? They must investigate and know.
Yeah, hold it there. We'll be expanding more on that. Now, Amankwa, give us, from your intelligence standpoint, as you've operated in the intelligentsia, give us a sense of understanding of when somebody is being declared red alert on you. Amankwa, I kind of figure that this is a very serious situation across airport border points in Nasifo. In the case of Ken Ofori-Atta, red alert to that extent. Amankwa, what do you think will be lies the consequences thereof of such a high profile Ken Ofori-Atta across the global world, the red alerts?
Okay, Chair, hope to remember. Last time I missed I know Happy FM. When we were doing buccaneering. Anyway,
Okay. Good one.
Anyway, the implications are very simple. Going to airports will be a very difficult problem because your name will flash out, number one. Number two, even your finances, your bank accounts in foreign countries can be open to investigation. To say they are happening to Angola president or no, you're seizing the properties in the bank account now. It has happened to a Nigerian ex-minister for energy. No, 400 million pounds he is seizing because they said he bribes. He cannot bribes. But over time, you better audit to seize this cannot. It happened to a lot of the Russians as well. And there's two sanctions: airport, traveling through airport, potential so you be seize your bank account, you be freeze your bank account. And it has happened. This is not a new case. It's happened to so many of these corrupt ex-African politicians. It's happened to a lot of them. And 99% of them, they are all corrupt, and the American job. They steal public funds. It's a conversion of public funds into private pockets, and this is what's happening. And the unknown case, no, and a special prosecutor also no. Obey me a free no so, but our man mayor obey me as not to no subium.
Okay.
It's like a temporary relief. But if you don't do what you said you would do now, he can put it on you again. And to all those who have run away and fled from Ghana, I'm warning them, they should return to Ghana and go and do accounts to Mahama and the new government, or to Ghanaians, really. It's not to Mahama, to Ghanaians. And if they have not done anything untold that, they will be free. But if they are running away from their own shadows, then the country will prosecute them and punish them, which personally there should be punishment. You cannot go and steal a country's money or abuse a country's money and walk away free. If you, for me, releasing or no, it's just to give him that 2 months period to system to cool it down na oba no be account. If you so no account paper be obetimi today and convince special prosecutor the investigative agencies, no? But I doubt it. But I hope, sir, the new government is not doing a cosmetic job, because I hope, I'm not saying they are, I hope, because Africa no ana maintain trusted normal and leaders not but hopefully this time they will do the right thing by the people. And I'm saying, so the days of corruption and those who want to go into public office and change public money to become private money should stop it. Because internet in our panel, and just 10 years ago, you can do those things and hide. In this modern era, the days of political TV, it's slowly coming to an end. Because the youth, 18 to about 35, they realize that any teaching of people, Europe, Angola President, Nova Dos Santos, a Nigerian Minister for Energy, Governor, CP, I did your music in those days, it's just slowly coming to an end because of the communication, internet, and he also would to me cry over Zoba or now baby no be a video about him. You know? So you can't hide. These days you can't go and steal public money and hide. That's what the new politicians coming should be aware of. Those who are intending to go into politics to steal public money should be aware of, and they should put a stop to it. Those days are over.
Amankwa, answer this question and then you hold it there for me. And he said, I'm sure you are listening into Ghana, what is going on. And he said, there's a sporadic defense for Ken Ofori-Atta around this time where some lawyers are talking, political activists and analysts. It looks as though when you need people to support but in the days when Ofori-Atta was seizing banks, crashing banks, and doing all sorts of haircuts, Charlie, Ghanaians were also crying try to decipher who are these two people in different shades.
Some people will support anything at any time because those people are rented people or they directly benefited from it. It's an allegation and we have to answer questions. This is not even, you haven't been fully indicted and not convicted.
Yeah, correct.
You've been asked to come and answer questions why you spend this. So ask them about $1 million, and what could see that? I'm saying, that way $1 million house. Could you come and show me how you spent $1 million on this house that I'm looking at?
Exactly.
And then you are trying to avoid it. For me, it's very shady. You start to look a bit funny. Why are you leaving the place? Why are you all of a sudden your sickness doesn't want you to come to Ghana for 2-3 months? I find it very shady. You understand? Because your sickness, you go. Actually, special prosecutor and as reactivate and this goes as a warning to everybody involved. No more kasa against no there. Most of them are rented lawyers. Now that lawyer they obetini kura koku nipa and so which have the car or court but the evidence will be showing in court unless you've also got a corrupt judge who will then pursue miscarriage of justice. And but if the judge is fair and he has integrity, the evidence will show. And see, those who are talking for I think you should just totally ignore them. They are just rented and they've been rented to talk.
Good.
Because maybe they got paid for it. You never know. You have to be very careful.
Great. Hold it there for me. I'll come to you shortly. This is very strange. Just say, that's the red alert itself. And then Shenipa, sorry, ubi radio, your airwaves listen now. People are running in defense for Ken Ofori-Atta and taking it from Baby Amankwa. Can I say, Yemfa some no crown to two us a bonny 1, 2, 3 near co prosecutor, but you see, be in some way, Cacriano. Nipa sorry say giddy. It's a dark and Ofori-Atta BC memoir. I shall not trade ABC. I say,
yeah, politics no more. So on the because I have one sorry or Mujam and MP before. MP
a lawyer for Bisu
MP before I'm go Gojina Jose, Papa, we am Peno, a good for Don Pamono. We yet the Deki Kank in Sensemuna, and the Moana Musejinaho, and the Papa, where you say, and no Mangolaco school, and no my saying the Kaika. A politics no more. So on the hey, Mokase, one can say he will be prosecuted. That is the bottom line.
Yeah.
What you say? And you kasana or be kasano, and the bema or majai the prosecution. Because you Janis idea, not just say, Ababe ye BBT say, Secretary, where you we no corner, we are we no corner in the Kaiga. Tama Kufuado, a buying a year Yave who knew all your say, where there's a politician, Muninamu Yabaku. But Mahama is showing leadership. What you say?
Yeah.
But no, look, what say everybody will account for his stewardship.
Yeah.
It is stewardship now. What does it say we account for? No? I don't know. Enyandru baby ao. Afen I didn't start you. Dipa ba kupe. Edin na ba beto hono mo aye say. Sa dipa no emra na oma meden. Oma me yi nsemo no. Ana money zubri mu. Hey. Moja butro. Maybe from what I know, what I'm hearing. Any day guy hono. Look, what do you butre? I don't make a say. Because a month for a beba ababe answer questions so the nyadeketwa so ne tie no nyadeketwa enti omunya botre boko eni ade because ebra na me bisa obi we a full soldier oba ya mawuhu adwuma ya ma obi anye komodew ana ote ho obi anya ne ho tam o so yare wakotra broche sa no ho yare o yare akre ne kekura wontimi ngobi wote ho no mo yeden e defend You should think. You should think. So, you should think. It's your more they can do it. Look, some go for a different year, Babijana Haka say a pegana year. How do you want Canada?
Dear Pana Ghana,
dear Pana for what I say? Who pegana year, dear, or Bia, what you should account for? Eh? And ye constitution them to cross in the idea go for Dwangaza so much man back and for so many things.
3 years from now.
What you say? But we are going to you and the Gaga or do say Hapte a year and what you know our money city. As you so answer questions. Nianya say better according. You was sitting presidents in some jurisdictions. You chiwomu. We're sitting president who?
Yeah.
Ni arrest no.
South Korea. And many places.
Yeah, well, president just say ya put two or one proper scrutiny. Ya question womo any ade. That yeah for a minister. What na say? Ahwa ma yesika semo asai. Wahwa maka mene yen. Miama hodo. That brabe answer question. What's it there? Actually, the American said, special prosecutor should be given. Say, we NDC ni. No big can OSP asem now do one two mukabiti OSP and just say one kasa no umpe monkanko.
Yeah, Shadia, there's something I cannot confirm. It's just happening. But we are reading something on Ghana Web, and producers, check this for us. We are reading something from Ghana Web. Say, you said the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Asidim Kitia. This is an allegation, big one. Say, or call it for saying the dissolution of OSP's office and then something. Should this? Do you foresee say Bibia Koswa? Special prosecutor one year.
No. Menim near working. But in the interview,
but check your Ghana Web. I doubt that this is
interview. Be a material no better no you always been graduate to be you any other day. Look, do you expect this over because Obekunkum Nipana? What would you tell?
Yeah.
Meeting and so oh yeah, he's being sarcastic. So on you know. OSP obi ani ho betima dissolve na ye ka say the office
now.
What I expect and they say President Mahama should go further, take all the laws now fight corruption, compress them together. Now you one office. I'll be dealing with corruption. I have a man of prosecutorial powers, one derived from the Attorney General.
Oh, Samum.
OSPT hui, one kasa anti-min prosecutor. Just say, waje powers from Attorney General. But say obey investigate, obey issue ye red alert in the guy kahunde. I don't know Attorney General. But so decide say, Sadie we case we me pese be prosecutor on the attorney general na be mouth sa to me no no what media ye yes had the ne tifri ho a na se enya attorney general na be ma advice say we yem prosecutor we ma yem prosecutor I can tell you say ye be move a step ahead of what we are in today. So on yet no eto ndi waka ni nyina bom ya yi extrajo hwefa yoko de ben ya compress it nyina ya say okay anti-corruption ana we can anti-corruption za ebi amon friend sa but say OSP no number maintain you say you that say ya hu say e ba anything corruption e yo no
okay
so on yet no eti o hear the services of CID or no the better direct say CID for mun konko yesi mame mun konko yesi mame or decide say or court yes straight away or they court na wo dim die me say you see uvado no yeah o di begina no for political issue yeah just to say oh me cry me the office of the special prosecutor me fight corruption what didn't buy in the cocoa season mo na mo hihye law so no o mo hihye law so no o mo sheda na o mo di shame say OSP say oba prosecutor yes o koje powers free attorney general I didn't know the shame sir because when him say coin bia so obetima nya the ministers ni bi it is what na say near prosecuting minister ade na ato no
yeah
and there kokoje wo honum attorney general
through the attorney general manipulate
or a cabinet minister
yeah
it is your cabinet minister you say hey wakoko you say nti e ba be attorney general advise say go and prosecute
enye adwuma so then it comes to reaffirm the friction caused between Godfrey Dame and the time prosecutor didn't send me break on him anya adwuma
me say deliberate you say who better no prosecute.
So do you now expect that John Mahama so to me sister the phase phase operations of OSP
but no dear a better take it time to I mean work on the laws laws never was say
super majority
but media me two aban you say mama OSP the free hands to operate.
Okay.
Onya former ministers on dealing with, onya current ministers on dealing with. Mama the free hands.
Yeah.
Just to operate. E basana ye betima koye ni mukakra. So on yet no. Because see anya ni sa na tra hodo man here. Look. There was an institution bi. Ne? Ada menya lie me ama no mo ye. That was 2022 or 2022.
I see.
And I'm Fred Manasi Azure. And I'm saying confident. Go here. This, that is happening. Okoye so onya yinu pepe de beto abontin.
I see.
Anye national service asem na make another institution.
Yeah.
I told him say reports are being any.
Yeah.
Now a lot of people are telling me so go. I say my brother I thank you. Go to one more na a year revelation look me say yama ahodo egu abonti wo ho.
Nyasam ketwa.
Say aban yi kasa wo hwa. Say why you grandpa when your time grad or the GDO?
Yeah, a bit so some elements be within this government here crown so seek alliance out there. Have you picked that suspicion?
Oh, sir, well at the end we say na for. Ye nemu nkrofo a wo mu huhu wo mu e pa chaw ni ne kika ho. Wo mu a wo mu o dem ngo gase wo mu tieska ni abeka say for evidence bra. For evidence bra. E tell dem a year film. But wo mu pa chaw ana ye nuanom ye say ni ne kika. Look. O china wuni ho a wo koka je say you abeka say gara away. Deal with the issue. Deal with it. How a man for a shedder aside for this country. I am telling you. There are some specifics. Last year, I make it cabina or man for you. And my hatred for these people. I didn't hatred. What quatra honum nasa udiganeska. Na make a hatred ben. Hatred ben. enewum so ho ne ete no eti media me I will say the administration of John Dramani Mahama should be able to deal with these issues once and for all. And just look, the hopes of Ghanaians in this administration said they would deal with this candidates and crooks eh? So mu failure. So mu failure. Hey.
Yeah, Obi Kase quickly na menko na na mankwa. So Obi say if John Dramani Mahama's government fail, a recipe for a disaster, possibility of military coup.
Military coup de engine free. But
failure. Politicians it disappointing.
Of failure, Ghana for better no mo chairman on the asem no cry ba kope.
I see.
So failure. Na dey ntina we mo wie baza no. That failure.
But then Obi Subaka said, hey, into a real NDC, yeah, best MPP biomana. This dichotomy way hangs on the minds of people.
That one there, Obi Bese Drew Honuma.
Until the last resort, also call the military.
But quite no, military there. Nobody should pray for it. Koku, I am telling you.
The sentiments of people.
Many bebre. Many bebre.
But
in 80s, you know, the way ya soldier for you sue me for operations. Omo ba baby ani wo na father police ni ye ba ni aso mi mu young boy me di omo chi you do that so ani a mouse on ye to sell no so hwehwe ho bibia wo bia na wo de ba hey
yo
me na me ka chero ye twe mark ba ni ye twe ayi wo si ji bibia me so me ni mu hwe ana me yi basa
hey
so on ye che me say ohun bi da ne krofo a ye bo omo military rule, nobody should pray for it. And Ghana is not ready for that. That one there, hey, what there, almost on bed, dear Sikajina, then crana. Or me, say, ye yakwan kasa. And then you hear you can say, yes, sorry, Beko. My military room, not just so bit my beclano. Are you so? Where's how?
Yo,
what Mama Sidua? About Becasa.
I can come in some.
Hey, Eka, who be a year very poor? You don't go. Military regime, we should not. Military for your no money. Yeah, and then me call a can't say Jubilee House. Me raho who military for the miss yes. Bibia, what would you tell? Sape pepe this year, Jumano. Wamunja, a Jumasis or Moye, any day. And o kwa kofa etuo se o kwa kwede debio omo maye bi osro no ntimi fa ho nkoto to omo omo no de omo line bi o ti ase na Ghana so de ye hye omo ntam all the francophone countries
ye hye
omo ntam ba go pe so on e je no etu kokko ekula support no kwa kofa free ba who nya the support. Great. The public support will not be there, the international community support will not be there. No Ghanaian should dream about military taking over this country.
Good.
On the protest said, a time should come because a Ghana democracy had the 200 years. Satam ni entiase by a maye nana no because Ghana democracy at the 200. That is what we should pray for.
That's what we should pray for. Very, very, very instructive and thought-provoking. Amankwa, do you share the lines of baby hopes in the day? But the question I'm is say, what should we do in order to make political office, more of unattractive? So in Nipa ain't be see kind of rough. What do you think on your mind as an analyst, as an intelligent person? Can we do something so our political space will be unattractive? What do you make of this? Do I have Nana Mankwa there? I'm saying Amankwa line or I drop it, but they will try and raise Amankwa back on the line. Now, let's first our question will be to me attempt to know what say. Dear Pan yen in order say political office no any more because you see I who obia pursue real politics because it is the money making avenue. DNES to make the office, political office, unattractive, but rather no, it must be seen to be that of public service and public service alone.
Ofori-Atta, we say lawyer for Kasa, I have for Kasa. And they are making unattractive.
It's so sad.
Ofori-Atta be the finance minister 7 years. Huh? Wanya no time. I didn't know be so impressed about the finance minister. So now let me give you the example of Germany. We were group would be Taxpayers League Ghana.
Okay.
We talk about tax, we fight corruption, and this time inactive kakra. First na now every 4 years ibiano near call word conference.
I see.
No, every 2 years near call word conference. Now a hodum you call Germany. You hold no Berlin. Nana country bia Emma Nay. Or Muma me quine Emma Mekasai. And Nana make kasa about the corruption in Ghana.
Yeah.
Send ye a year so attractive and all that.
Yeah.
Yama for your Mudiano. Almost say, who say corruption was system no. Or mu take a bold decision. Say they are going to deal with it. What were they saying? And capital punishment see actually be cool and I say bibisa. So, but omuma media no the powers to deal with it.
Oh, sir.
Anna, ye chiwon so the way ye be strepo naked no. One kasano, wonam society no krana unya yi.
Ahoto ni mo.
Within a space of 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years minimum. Was it Oko Germany? Corruption. What it to total Musha said no say no a ye less than 1%.
Very significant.
Less than 1%.
Yeah.
Look, in Europe, say can Ofori-Atta so and so. Those days almost a mom penny. Cut the next morning, who headline no attempt penny paper. No resign. Because when him so one resign. Media no be reading na more match say one hwe ya na busu afo nyina akra be collapse ya no resign.
Yeah.
Hwe o de hwe mrofo no.
Yeah.
But here I am conversant with Europe. Said here omotie obi hu asem e pie pipa mu a sharp no resign. The next moment no resign. Eso Ghana has say nipa no awie sika yahu pa ye we di acho fa sika bra bra no obeka se onya yida so
endi with amankwa na fi ye mraus na wrap up amankwa what menka
metonka.
Great. Now I asked you a question earlier before your line went off. Say
me question no.
Great one.
Me share what you know so.
Great. So my answer, try to give us a thoughts of that.
No, number one, you have to pass laws. I agree with Okuto about Blackpa. Or yes, passing specific laws to address specific problems.
Okay.
And Okuto Blackpa, no law no passing, no law no. It was very interesting. Or say no public officer or public appointed or politically exposed people to buy state land. A specific law to address a specific problem. So what you see?
Yeah.
And also, leadership also no. There should be about sacrifice.
Okay.
No benefit. The country, all they do with their leaders is benefit. There's no sacrifice. So, and then any person also go hospital or abroad, no. Can then ordinary Ghanaian go to hospital abroad? And a leadership is so bad or seeming this salary. If you have catch us on this salary now, I'm very wary of that individual. I don't own this salary. Unless you have ulterior motive, that you are going to make so much money out of the public finance. That's why you don't want a salary. You take religion out of your politics. Religion is the laziest way of thinking. I mean, a finance minister coming to give me my budget for the year. So as a citizen, I know how to live my life and budget and plan. You are quoting Bible. I mean, what kind of culture is this? Number 3, you can appoint you as minister. Kwekunya job what a TV radio station. Do you take your wife and kids to the place?
Not at all.
To be vetted?
Not at all.
How do you accept this type of culture? It's a job. So when your job, you know, not say one person no family called celebrating normal. That's fine. That's your private life. These are all symptoms of corruption. Why are we family and you are looking for a job as a minister, president appointed to minister? The family members go and get the job and come and enjoy with your family. This is another thing. And that problem also say, I agree with Damilo. You see a specific law. If you are politically exposed person, just like what Hopes Nekan, and there's allegation against you against corruption, it will lead to you having to resign.
Yeah.
If that becomes a sacrifice.
Yeah.
You have to resign immediately. If you want your normal, we'll be a little bit extra careful.
Good one there. Because
this can lead to straightforward resign.
Yeah.
And to the case is investigated, reinstated.
Good one. Yeah, face you, mommy, because of time in it now, because this is a developing story, definitely a bebaso. Okay. Your time no asunti na your best abaso. So honey do the basic. Now Hobson, be wrap up my in 1 minute. Yeah.
Like say among Kweka no kujeto. It's been specific. Say pet law.
That's right.
Near the Ebia, we are politically exposed.
Say ya be CBA also can as far as special prosecutor Henry.
That's right. Say Ebia won't mean to state land near the other. No, I disagree a bit. Me scanom the Kwakoto state land me being Konko to be. But say obi a politically exposed. Na say ye ton assassin $1 million. Na obenya $1 million akwa akoto there's nothing wrong.
No obenya no
na near adwene say obi ton $1 million no near the amount of 42,000 cedis. And no and the problem. Let's just say a new $10,000 in
yeah.
And no the problem. Na say ebeye equal ye say oh ade we say net here is for all Ghanaians. Now politically exposed person won't mean to. Na China for Babetoto. No Mudia go has say. Na Nigeria for Babetoto.
The highest bidder.
And then, look, when you go to East Legon, most of the splash buildings you see belongs to Nigerians. And you investment. But at the Ghana needs but say Ebia uwa bemu uye politician unia bemu. And when you usika. Ana de akwakoto a land ya or moto yi. Yes, 1 acre $5 million. Ghana one kasa unia bemu. When you $5 million de akwakoto. I don't see anything wrong.
Yeah.
But where you are in government, now our mind no airborne hooker. No best for a Japan so cheap. And then I am against that.
Good.
So on it, eti your best be say abanyi engine no.
Yeah.
Ghana for a wojidie wa abanyi mu. Enkrofo na ya list ama munenyi na mu make sure near ora for aye near individuals abeka kire mu bibia ko ye bia no some form of evidence attach it. Eti mo hwe se mundi Ghana for enwamo da me nim mi wojidie saban we wonna e was ade no ho eti obe recover bibia ayira e de amayen enkrofo mode nyame sem e kata omonim edidi Ghana sika esese ye gisa sika ni nyina na yefa so on there once President Mahama onyam present budget bibia happens bring na ya gufado anamwa
sure
a word to a wise.
God, a word to the wise, of course, is enough, folks. I am a guest. Mami can message also congratulations, big bro. We thank God for this program, and especially we understand it's better because it's in our local language. Miss Queen, and or the way or they by time now. Sorry. Good evening, Kweku Anna. Please, I'm NS Kwanzaa Jr. from Dansman, Mr. Amankwa and Mr.